Thanks for joining us. I'm Paula Ebben with a WBZ News Update. Top stories this Wednesday, a protest at Harvard University over the war in the Middle East. Sky Eye over this demonstration just after noon. A group gathered at Harvard for a die-in, then marched across the river from Cambridge to the Alston side of the campus. The demonstration was organized as a protest against the hospital explosion that killed hundreds in Gaza yesterday. Hamas has blamed Israel for the explosion, but Israel and the U.S. say their evidence points to Palestinian militants. Senators Ed Markey, Elizabeth Warren, and Jeanne Shaheen have now sent a letter to the president's national security advisor asking him to help U.S. citizens trapped in Gaza like this Medway family. Aboud Okal, his wife and one-year-old son, have been at the southern border trying to escape for days. But their attorney tells us they are running out of supplies, it's getting harder to get food, and the one-year-old now has a fever and an ear infection. In a letter, the senators wrote in part, "We have called for Israel to uphold the rule of law and protect innocent civilians in Gaza. We are also concerned that our offices have received requests from multiple families from New England who are seeking assistance. As with all civilians in Gaza, these families' situation only grows more concerning as Gaza runs out of food, water, fuel for hospitals, and other critical supplies." A New Hampshire man's been found guilty of second-degree murder in the stabbing death of a man in Hooksett. A jury convicted Dylan Sleeper yesterday afternoon after a 2-week trial. Police found Jason Wirtz lying on Main Street, bleeding with a stab wound to the neck. On July 20th last year, he died at a hospital. Sleeper will be sentenced in December. It's another cloudy day, some spotty showers out there. Let's get a check of the forecast with meteorologist Jason Mikell.
So much happening across the lower 48 right now. It looks like a Picasso painting with some blues and greens and yellows kind of sprinkled on here. So the best way to talk about this forecast is to show you exactly what's happening and talk to you in greater detail of why two systems are going to be working in tandem. So we do have high pressure to the north and also east of us. We're going to be wrapping around southerly winds coming into the mix for us. So we'll allow for a little bit of humidity to move back in. Behind that, though, we're watching this area of low pressure and a very weak area of low pressure developing off the Carolina coast near North Carolina that'll likely move to Maryland, eventually move up the eastern seaboard. As these two systems clash across the region, that'll allow for even more cloud cover to move back in. So what we're watching over the next 24 hours is not going to be too much. We really have a really stagnant forecast for us tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, stable conditions. By Friday morning, we start to see the really sort of, let's say, turn of things happening in the atmosphere. More scattered showers giving way to more heavier bits of showers, some scattered rain moving in late Friday heading in towards Saturday. So that period between Friday afternoon and early Saturday is where the steadiest rain will likely be happening. By Sunday, though, the system is pulling away, but we have a drag of cooler air coming in from Canada. So this is what the system looks like right now. Beginning to get that classic textbook comma-like pattern. Behind that, look at this. Drier air is moving back in. This is stable air behind this mass of low pressure. Once that moves over towards the east, this is what we have coming for us on Sunday. Out ahead of that, okay, let's put this in motion for you right now. There's that system roaring up the eastern seaboard. By this time on Friday afternoon, we are definitely going to be talking about a really large system gaining energy. So this is going to be an energized system moving into the eastern seaboard, mainly New England for us late Friday into Saturday. A lot of moisture happening offshore, but what's happening behind me is this is being energized, pulling in those colder airs from Canada as well as moving into portions of the upper Midwest. As this system departs, this system really pulls in and drags in all that cooler air, and as these isobars come closer together, we're going to have some higher winds come in as well. So Thursday, Friday, temperatures in the mid-60s. By Saturday, we'll have low 60s to talk about, but also rainy conditions continuing. Sunday, mid-50s for daytime highs. We're not getting out of the 50s on Sunday, and frankly, we're not getting into the mid-50s by Monday. It's really going to be a struggle across the region. A couple things to point out here, not just for the temperatures on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in the 60s, but 50s Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, But notice what happens here. By Friday waking up, we're going to have a south wind turning westerly on Saturday, turning to the northwest on Sunday, and remaining from the northwest. That is going to be that cooler wind that's going to arrive, and we could likely be talking about our first frost, Paula, of the season waking up on Tuesday.
All right, we'll be ready, Jason. Thanks. I'm Paula Ebben. This has been a WBZ News Update.